Hey guys, thank you so much and welcome to Dragonmore Gaming. And today we're working on the green research here in the Dyson Sphere program. So green research, I found, of course, takes these gravitational lenses, which we worked on, and then it takes these quantum chips, and that's what I've been spending a bit of time in the background trying to do, getting these quantum chip type processors, which of course take processors, which we've automated those for a while, so we have plenty of those. But the other thing that we didn't have that we had to make is these plane filters. Now, these have been a little bit harder. And you can see the recipe here. Yeah, they take a long time to make. It takes 12 seconds just to make one of these things. Taking one of these, how do you pronounce this even? The Casimir crystals. Almost looks like cashmere, but anyway, Casimir crystals and titanium glass. Now the titanium glass, that's actually been a bit easier. So we've had that on our home planet. We have tons of glass, and we import titanium. We have tons of water. So the titanium glass I have coming from this one here. As you can see, that we're keeping up pretty well here. The problem I ran into is the Casimir crystals. Now, I did find that one planet that has the optical grading crystals. That's kind of helping us along, but I haven't quite figured out all the power situation I want to do in that new sector, that new solar system. So I have some of those coming in, and it is kind of infrequent, those shipments, because there's only the one node, and there's only like 100,000. So there's not a lot coming in. So I was hoping for more. What we do have a lot of, though, is that organic crystal. And that actually helps us out, too, because the organic crystal is kind of annoying to make otherwise, but if you can just find it, that's great, because that is going to make our titanium crystals. Oh. And the titanium crystals takes titanium, which, of course, we have plenty of on this planet, and the organic crystals, which I can just harvest. And that one I have millions of. The planet has millions of organic crystals, so I'm like, okay. So jumping to this one, I have only one node, and it's kind of infrequent shipment. So I made a second line of these Casimir crystals. So this is using the alternate pattern with the optical grading crystals. And then this one is using the titanium crystals, which are being made on the belt behind it. You can see the setup I actually used here is, since it takes some graphene and not very much, very little, I have that in the middle belt. So each, the alternate recipe and the regular recipe grab from the middle. And then the titanium crystals come down the next track, and then the crystals, optical grading crystals, keep forgetting. Those come down this next track, and because it takes so much hydrogen, I have two dedicated separate belts for all the hydrogen, and even then it just blows through this hydrogen. So I'm gonna have to increase the amount that I'm getting. Look at this, we're just demanding tons of hydrogen, and it just can't fill it. Okay, so we're gonna have to figure something out. There, we might have to make even more of those gas giant miners, because our gas giant does tons of hydrogen. I might just need a whole separate interstellar just dedicated to hydrogen. Anyway, so hydrogen's kind of our limiting factor here now, but the titanium crystals are kind of a one-to-one to this optical grading, right? So one every 4 seconds, but that's okay because we produce one every 4 seconds. So okay, so I matched those one-to-one on these assemblers here. So I think it's 20 of each. Now I forget if it's 20 or 30 of each. That comes all the way down here. So I have it all coming into this logistics just in case. I don't know if we're gonna have to ship some of this off-world, and it works as a great storage, just to hold crap tons of titanium crystal. And I'm thinking about doing that with the Casimir crystals too. I have a splitter ready for it, but right now the only thing that uses the Casimir crystals is the plane filters, so they're all going down into this right now. So that's the limiting factor here, and because these plane filters take so long, it takes 12 seconds to make these, I made a lot. I made a lot of assemblers, like a lot. So that's going to help us out to get these plane filters, because when I clicked on the processors, so you require two every 6 seconds, or 1 every 3 seconds. So I need 1 plane filter every 3 seconds, right? But these guys only produce 1 every 12. So 3 seconds versus 12. So I need, it's like a 4-to-1 ratio. So I need 4 times the amount of plane filter as I do quantum chip machines. So I made a crap ton. That'll let me just expand over time. But now we can't even do. We're not even fully utilizing this factory bus of plane filters because we don't have enough crystals, and because we don't have enough crystals, we don't have enough hydrogen suddenly. Don't you love it? But the good news is I am getting a surplus of the quantum chips. So these are going into this little guy. As you can see, it's constantly at 0 because these little drones are taking it over here. Follow this guy over here. And then this. Alright, and it's got some coming in, and this is on remote supply, and it's not actually sending any. So I think it's actually been enough time. I started getting a whole bunch because... Alright, if I can find the sun. Why am I blind? There we go. Hey, look, the sun. Alright, because we want our home planet, Kifa Borealis 2. If I can line it up. And just to save me a little bit of time, you can space warp her within the system. Don't overshoot. There we go. If you miss by a hair, you just go flying past. Alright. Now we need the research. Where is our research tower? There it is. So I preset it up. Whoa! Man, he's got a landing. Alright. So here we are. So I have it coming in just a few at a time, because I feel like I'm going to need these elsewhere. So only 1,000 are coming at a time of the quantum chips here, as well as the gravitation lenses. And the reason they're coming here is because this is where we do our research. So we finally got them all hooked up. So the gravitation lenses, we took a while with all the strange matter. Finally got all the quantum chips in surplus, and we still need more hydrogen to make it better. But let's hook it up. So we're finally getting green research. It's been a little while, but we did it. And there it goes. And you'll have I didn't do like a belt system here. I probably should, you know, especially my next game, I'm gonna redo it, just so I can have. Oh man, this takes a while. Yeah, do like a bus system of the research, but for now, I just have it all kind of going. There we go. I have like this little, you know, sorter system that jumps over the other belt, since there's not really enough room to go up and down. But that's all good. And now it's getting the green research, which is all that it needed. And the very first thing we're gonna get is the exploration, because I want to see what else is out there in the universe, and that's exciting to me. So that's gonna take a while. So I should probably have made this more scalable, but I didn't think research was gonna be that insane as it is. But all right, we did it. We got green research going. Now we just got to fix the hydrogen problem, so we can get even more, especially this quantum thing. So for that, I think the easiest fix is going to be to add more. What are these? The orbit collectors. So we're going to need more engines, which actually I picked up a whole bunch. So we're ready there. Picked up a whole bunch of these, so it's like I knew this was going to be a thing, so I've already picked up a bunch of stuff. I want to pick up even more interstellar logistics, which goes into this chest over here. Let's just take a whole stack of 10. And we've actually been using these quite a bit, so I'm going to actually take a whole nother stack. Okay. And now, I'm actually going to take even more engines. Let's see, because how many? It is 20, 50, and then we need those full accumulators, which we'll have to go back to the other planet to get, unfortunately. Okay, but that means... Is this... Alright. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 10, 12. So I can make 12 orbital things based on the amount of these things I have. So let's just make 12. And then so 12 times 20 is what? 200 something. Or is it more? Math is hard. You know what? I just feel lazy today. That's not right. 20 times 12. 240. That's what I thought. Yeah. Alright, so 100, 250. Perfect. So we actually have enough of the engines already. We just need accumulators. We need a lot. We need another 240 accumulators. I hope I have that many. Full accumulators. Alright, so let's head back to Kifa 3. There it is. As soon as I'm out of the atmosphere, and go. Go flying past my swarm. Oh, don't miss. I wanted to click on the Dyson Sphere just to see how much power I was doing, but I knew if I did that while in flight, I would have missed the planet completely. Okay. Alright, so we need accumulators, which are somewhere. Somewhere on the surface. I know, I'm really, really smart. Alright. I think they're over here. This is close, I think. Yeah, there they are. Alright, we need the full ones. Oh, good. Alright, so we are not making enough of these. Alright, I just need a whole stack of 10 of these. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take these two, just because, actually I can't because this thing requires them. That's gonna screw up because they're not gonna go in if I keep taking them out of here. Alright. So while that's happening, alright, so we got some, so we can at least start. So we can already make 3. And these do take a while to make, so might as well start that. Okay, and then... And that chews up our inventory. So I got a whole bunch of these. For some reason, it's always taken me way too long to make these super magnetic rings. I think it's just because they take the turbines, which are used for so much stuff. It's like we, finally have gotten our turbine production like decent, but we're still running out of motors, right? So like it's, man, iron is the problem. Holy crap! Where is iron? We're trying to pull in iron as fast as possible, and we're not getting enough. Okay, so I'll have to think how to fix that too. So more iron, always and forever more iron. Okay. All right, so let's see, and as you guys can see, this is where I have my fusion generators. More particle accelerators are needed. Oh, these are flying now. Okay. All right, give me more. All right. I usually like to pull them out in stacks. It just makes it easier. All right, so we got even more. And just to kind of show you guys something else that I was working on. Over here, look at all these drones. So this is the new steel smelting area. And I have it pulling off 2 lines, right? So the max that the belt can hold is 30. And so each one of these is 30 smelters. So I just went ahead and pulled 2 belts in parallel right next to each other. And all those go 2 more belts back in to another logistics center. So yeah, I figured I'd keep them close together, and they all have their own dedicated belts. That's the same for this iron. Now this, you can see I did the same thing where it's 2 iron ore going in here and 2 iron ore coming in here to make magnets and iron plates. So the only problem is, I mean, look at how fast it is using this iron ore. Like, it is, I am constantly having drones bring it in, and it will never get full just because it's using it so fast. And it's mostly, of course, the iron ingots, because, of course, we are using some magnets. And at least at the moment, yeah, like right then we're using a bunch, but these first several smelters are backed up just waiting for something to happen. But it is able to run at 100% if we're using that many magnets. And of course the finished, call the finished goods out of that anyway, go to this more central one. And this one is just even the power. It's using so much power for the drones just to keep going. And this one has 3. Alright, so this particular one we're not actually fully saturated on. So this one we can actually change. Alright, let me do that just real quick while we're waiting on accumulators. So I'm going to do this. Ore comes out of there, and we want it to go this way. And then up, and then back down. Alright. And I'm going to cut that off. And I've started doing this where it's just, you know, everything goes to a central kind of processing location. So like all of it will go to this logistics center. Even the stuff that's being mined right over here that I was having go straight into the bus there. Instead, it's all coming in here. And now there's, okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ore lines coming out of this one. So I think when you have like iron ore and stuff like that, like you really only want the one good here. Like I could set other things, but like the drones are moving constantly just to try to keep up with the iron. So I don't want to put anything else in that one except iron. And I even tried, like I said, I want even more iron, and you can't do duplicate, which is unfortunate. Okay. Oh, there we go. Alright, we should have plenty of accumulators at this point. So drop it down. I just know they're near the particle accelerators. Okay. 2 more. Uh-oh. Apparently doing all that just made it so we're taking up more power, so we're not even charging accumulators anymore. Well, that's not good. Well, I thought we would have been good, but apparently not. Alright. So that's the problem with power. Is that because the Dyson Spheres, this is, the swarm is at least, that's some of the highest I've had for my game so far is 620. So it's not that. It's just this, this place is using so much power. Yeah. It's been constantly demanding more power. And then we've had some drops in power. I don't know what that's from, but... I need you to power things. As much as I don't want to, I could add more, more fusion. Just a couple more fusion, I should be good. You know what? But I'm gonna feed them manually, just to like, kind of jumpstart this. There we go. And how we actually are running out of deuterium rods. Alright, give me a few more rods. Alright. Should be good there for a little while. Alright, so where are we charging? We're not. I thought you were enough. Well, of course, as soon as I took those deuterium rods, these factories have to kick back on again. Yeah. Well, crap. Just in a constant battle. Alright, so I think we're just going to have to go with what we got. And we'll just pretend like the power will be fine over time. So we're going to head back to the gas giant and place these orbital collectors. And that'll actually help with power too, because that's getting us more hydrogen that we'll need for the crystals, and any of the excess hydrogen gets thrown into thermal plants, which is helping us with power. And away we go. Awesome. Alright, where... There they are. I mean, on the other side of the planet, obviously. Why would things be easy? Oh, there they are. Alright, this is the most annoying / tricky part, is you want to stop sail mode. There we go. Sometimes it's easy, but sometimes it's just like it doesn't want me to stop. Here. Alright. Oh, and I did... So, if you guys haven't seen, so I can move in God build mode. You just have to hold down shift. And that way you can actually move your Icarus mech around while you're trying to do this. Because I know sometimes it's like, oh, it's out of build range. But you can just hold shift and then move him around. And then he'll be in build range. Alright. Drone. There he is. Come on, buddy. Oh, there's another one. Alright. Wait for my drone to catch up. There we go. Alright, so we've just added a bunch of these. Alright. Am I out yet? No, I'm still going. Nice. Love the shadow there. That's fun. Lack of item, here we are. We did it. Alright. What did I say, like 12? So that was like 9 more orbital collectors, which for my gas giant is again hydrogen and deuterium. So we're gonna get a stupid amount of hydrogen, which is what we need. And again, the all the off-world ships will come and get it once it gets full. Alright, let's go ahead and fly up here. Alright, can I click? Oh, I can click on things in flight mode here. Alright, so some of these things are full, but we're not pulling the hydrogen, so we're going to have to fix that. So that we're actually demanding the hydrogen. But with all that hydrogen, there's got to be no way that the crystals will be complaining about hydrogen again. So guys, I'm going to head back and fix that. And I think that'll do it for this one. So guys, this has been awesome. So we got the green research finally underway, and we're already halfway done. Oh no! Oh, overshot. There we go. Halfway done with our exploring level 4, so we can actually see everything all the veins in all the planet sectors, all the solar systems, which will be real good, so we know where to go. All right, so that'll do it. We'll get hydrogen fixed up, and then that'll do it for this one. So guys, thanks so much for watching. Stay awesome, and I'll see you in the next one.